All right, my friends, we are doing something today that I've been putting off, and I mentioned it in the last video. We are rewrapping the door cards. You guys have given me so much crap about these door cards because they're not STi door, well, they are STi door cards that someone rewrapped over. They do kind of look like WRX door cards, but I'd say they're a little bit better. So I've already done one of these door cards, so I could learn how to do it myself. I am by no means good at upholstery work. Upholstery work is by far the worst thing I could say I've done, and I will probably never do it again after this point. So let me show you guys one of the door cards we are rewrapping, the material we're using, the supplies you guys need, what the door card currently looks like. I'll show you the one I've already done, so that way you guys have like an idea of what it's going to look like. But this process absolutely sucks to do. Now, if this is something you guys are considering, keep in mind, you're gonna have to have a lot of patience and a lot of sticky hands. So these are the door cards currently. Someone rewrapped them in suede years ago. You can see that they used to be black and now they're like this brownish tan color. I'm guessing these were done 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure the first owner of the car did this. So we're gonna be rewrapping them today. So I went over to Joann's Fabrics and I got some of this nice black Alcantara suede looking stuff. It's just suede, it's not Alcantara. And then I went to AutoZone, got some of this Permatex Automotive headline adhesive that is probably the stickiest stuff in the world I have ever touched. These little tools over here, I use these for wrapping. So my thought process of going into this is the same way that I've wrapped cars in the past. You kind of got to stretch it around, get it to fit where you need to. You got to cut it in areas like this, fold them over, fold them through and whatnot like that. So the process seems to be fairly similar. Like I said, I did one door card. It's not perfect by any means, but it saves me like $400 from having to buy new door cards right now. So as you get, like, as I showed you guys, I was like brown poopy looking. This is the one I already did. So it looks a ton better. I went a little hair short on material up there. You can't really see it unless you're looking for it, but this looks 1,000 times better. Outside of that, there's not really any defects. There's a couple of like scrunchy doodads right there. At some point, I will buy new door cards, but for the meantime, I just don't want door cards that look like someone took a shit on them and rubbed it all over the door card. So we need to do the other passenger one. I don't think I have enough material to do these back door cards right now, but I'm probably gonna have to grab more material to be able to do those ones anyways, because actually these ones don't look as bad. I might just leave them just because this process sucks to do. So first step in working on this is we're gonna have to flip this guy over here. So on the back of the door card, there's like a million of these little screws going all the way around this thing. First thing, we gotta pull out all those screws. That's gonna separate this top piece and this like super top piece up here. So the upper piece will come off, then this piece, actually this piece stays in, this piece comes out. This bottom piece sucks. I'm gonna tell you that straight up right now. This piece is probably worse. This guy up here isn't too bad. So let me get this disassembled and then we'll start de-skinning this, which kind of feels like a taxidermist kind of thing. But as you can see, like right there, they just rewrapped over the blue suede. So not quite sure why they did that, but let me start tearing this thing down. So we have the door card pretty much stripped down at this point. So now we need to like de-skin it, whatever you want to call it. This part kind of sucks because the previous person who did this, they also used, I'm guessing, a similar adhesive foam, but this stuff leaves so much like sticky residue behind and it just like rips. Like it rips pretty easy, which is kind of nice, but just getting it all off sucks. So time to like taxidermy this and de-skin this. And if you can, try to keep this material in the same shape, or at least somewhat in the same shape, so that way when you go to cut your new material, you have like a idea of how much you're gonna need. But God, dude, it's like just fucking stuck everywhere. Oh my God, dude, it's all the way up here too. It's everywhere. But yeah, where are we stuck? See, look, you can see some of the, you can see the blue behind it. I don't know why he just like left it on there and just wrapped over it. Personally, I would have taken it off. Kind of like what we're doing now, but you know, to each their own. It wasn't my car at the time, so I can't overly judge too much, I guess, but I'm still judging. Doing this like once, I have a newfound appreciation for anyone out there that does upholstery work, because this sucks. I'll be the first to say that right now. There we go. Look at that, it's like we just de-skinned a cat or something. Like, look at that. Woohoo! So that's one piece de-skinned. Now we gotta de-skin the other piece, which pretty much exact same process here. So we've got that piece up there. We can just let that hang out. This one sucks a little bit more because there's like so many tabs that you gotta like cut out, work around, and like, ooh, the foam is coming off on this one. The foam did not come off on the last one I did. Let me taxidermy anything you got. You got a turtle? Let me taxidermy it.
You can taxidermy a turtle?
I think you can taxidermy anything, can't you? Yes. Can I borrow that machine for like an hour? There we go. Jesus. Fuck. That sucked. That like severely sucked. It's like fun arts and crafts with Smeedia right now. So all of the old stuff is stripped off. This stuff, it's just such a pain to pull off. It doesn't want to let go. Like I said, that stuff is probably the stickiest glue I have ever seen. So I've got just a scrap piece that I already have from doing the other door, which fits perfectly for this. So normally I'd say go through this and clean any like residue off with acetone, but this one, all the residue came off with that one. So we've got the door card stripped down. We've got the little arm piece stripped down. Like I said, just screws hold it together. Just pop it right off. This one's gonna be a little more difficult and a little bit more annoying to do just because we need to be careful about doing like all that stuff. But we're gonna do this piece up here first just so we have time to let it dry and cure a little bit. So the way that I'm gonna do this is kind of stretch it over this piece of material. When it comes to like cutting this hole out, what we'll do after this whole thing is wrapped is we'll just cut a slit in it. We'll do like an X or like a plus sign, and then we'll wrap all the excess material down underneath of there. If you look at this old one, there is a little bit of like leeway here between where the actual like window switch button and lock button and whatnot sits in there versus where it actually shows. So you have a little bit of room for error here, but these poop covered ones, just that's a no-go for me. So okay, this sucks to do. Let me walk you through this one, and then I'm just gonna time lapse going through that one because this is pretty time consuming. So to start with this, obviously we're gonna move that out the way. Now anything that you don't want this glue to get on, mask off or tape off, because like I said, this is the stickiest stuff I have ever dealt with, and it's just, oh Jesus, dude, it's even when it's dry, it's sticky. Get off, it's like a booger. So Jesus, make sure you get all that stuff off. What I'm going to do to start with is just spray glue on this surface area right here where it's going to be seen. Now you need to be careful when doing this though, because if you get glue on your hands and then you touch the felt side or the suede side of this material, you are going to ruin it and you're going to have to go back to square one and start again. It's not too bad. I think I paid maybe like $11 for a yard of this stuff, so it's not like crazy expensive to have to go buy more if you need to, but I don't want to go back to the store if I can avoid it. So let's spray this stuff. If you don't have a squeegee, also make sure you have like a squeegee because it's a little nice to be able to get into the areas and like push everything down and get it seated where it needs to be. So let's just start spraying. It's not fun, but let's do it. Let's get sticky. Let's get sticky. We're getting sticky today. All right, now that we've got that, let's get this guy laid on there. Oh, nope, that's not where I want it. That's not where I want it. That's not where I want it. Okay, right there, right there. That's where I want it. So get this like nice and smoothed out. See, and then this is where this guy comes in handy because those 90-degree corners right there, you can just like stick this in there, like really get it to stick. My hands are already like super sticky too. Oh, this stuff smells so bad. Woo! Ooh, this stuff will give you a party, let me tell you that. So we're just gonna rub it down. Get it nice and tight where we want it to be nice and toit, like a toiga. Toit like a toiga here. Now that we've got like that surface area done, we're gonna fold this back a little bit. Oh yeah. You need your couch redone? Give me a call. Smeedia, reupholstering couches since 2021. Fantastic work, fantastic customer service, fantastic quality. You want your couch rewrapped? Give me a call. For the cheap price of $30,000, I'll rewrap your couch for you. Will it look the best? Probably not, but will I do it if you want? So now we're gonna grab our like a little X-Acto knife or a small razor blade, and we're just gonna cut tabs wherever we need to. So that way, when we go to fold this over, we don't have material that we're fighting with. Arts and crafts with Smeedia. We're doing some arts and crafts with Smeedia. Is it gonna come out fire? Maybe! I am not a good singer. I feel like I should just holding down the tab till this glue dries in like 15 seconds and it'll be stuck on this piece forever. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm spraying glue. Like just cut, stop. Oh my God, everything is just sticking to my hands. How we looking here? How we looking here? Everything's looking pretty good. Everything's looking pretty good on this side still, which is good. So now, oh my God, this part's hard. I have not yet perfected this part with the corners, but I feel like I gotta like stretch and then pull over, let go, stretch and pull over. So let's like cut some of this excess off here. That worked pretty well. There's some excess I gotta trim off, but that's all right. So now I need to cut this one in half. So I'm gonna let that corner like dry a little bit. We'll like stick you down there. You can just do your thing. So I think I'm gonna follow the same principle here of cutting slits, because the slits seem to work like fairly well. Like I just want it to just stick, just stay. Oh, like that, like that, like that. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna take a 5 and let this situate itself. It's all right, I can live with that. Let's let this one actually came out a lot better than the last one. I'm actually pretty happy with this. I'm gonna let this sit and dry for like 10. Actually, I'm gonna set it to the side, let it sit and dry, and then we'll start on the other piece. Dude, my hands are so sticky on the camera right now, it's ridiculous. But this piece came out actually a lot better than I was anticipating and a lot better than the first one. I guess once you get the hang of it, it just starts to like work out a little bit better. You find techniques that work out. So that piece we're gonna let cure and we're gonna jump over here to the door. So this one I'm just gonna time lapse through. It's pretty much the same process as that is, but this one's a lot easier because it's pretty much a big flat surface. Now, one thing I do wanna say to you guys is when doing something like this door card, mask off all of these areas that you don't wanna even get adhesive on, because this stuff right here will stick to anything, and it says on the back, mask off any areas you don't want to get that stuff on, because you're not going to be able to get it off, and if you do get it off, the finish on that just isn't going to be the exact same. So once you get your piece cut, mask off any of the areas you don't want to get glue on, stick it on, start like working it into this foam right here, get it up and around this little tab up here. Another tip that I kind of found out that works is always have excess material on that and trim it off. Don't try to cut like perfectly to the contour of the part. One thing that was a little difficult for me on this one was like any corner, any edges, any corners that like radius off like that are a little bit of a pain to do, but oh, let's do some more arts and crafts. Woo! Bam, there's our door card rewrapped. I'm gonna be the first to say, like I say with everything, it's not perfect. For some DIY projects, you can definitely see like some lines where the screws pulled everything together, but overall, like I'm pretty happy with it. There is like one glue spot that I got right there, but aside from that, it looks pretty solid. So let's get this thrown in the car, see how it looks. We'll hop in the car. Oh, and just to show you guys like what the adhesive looks like if it gets on the door, right there. You can see a little bit of it got on there. I'll probably just rub it with my finger just to try to get it off a little bit. I wouldn't use any type of solvent on plastic like this because it'll just eat through it, but pretty happy with this. Pretty happy with this right here. I think Matt's talking about doing his door handles right here with all this excess that I have. So are you doing this right now?
Grabbing ball and fucking up my hands.
Oh, dude, just do one of them right now while I put this door card in. I'm gonna throw this door card in. Let's see how it looks. So door card should just slide up and on. There we go. Door card, you're in your home now. Welcome home. Oh, there's totally a hole that I forgot to poke through up here. It's all right, not gonna worry about that quite yet. All right, door card, you're in. Look at that, that looks 1,000 times better, you guys, than that like old like faded suede. Like I said, it's not perfect. Like right over here where you're not gonna see that. Like there's no way you're gonna see that when the door's open. You might see that little itty bitty crease right there, but aside from that, that's like a pretty clean door card. I'd say it's a little bit better than the driver's side over there, but look at that, 30 bucks, that's all this cost. Then there's the driver's side, just for reference. Like honestly, between the driver's side and the passenger side, I'd say it's like worth it for 35 bucks. Matthew, are you enjoying using this stuff?
I kind of oversaturated the...
Is that not the stickiest stuff you've ever touched?
It's pretty damn sticky.
The stickiest thing in the world. You could probably spray this on someone's back and then stick them up against... Actually, I'm gonna try something with this. Is this a good idea? Probably not, but I'm gonna see. Oh my god, dude, it's bubbling. Okay, it's not to the sticky spot yet. It's not getting sticky yet. Well, it's probably like 90 seconds. Oh.
I'm pretty sure that shit will stick in, so I should be able to just put this on.
Oh, Matt.
Front left hand. go install it and see what it looks like.
Matt, you wanna give me a high five? All right, you guys, so that is all I got for you guys on this one. So that was kind of one of the smaller things that I wanted to try to knock out, never doing upholstery work before. It sucks. I probably won't ever do it again on any other cars in the future just because I don't enjoy doing it, especially on the door cards with such a big surface area and so many like intricate turns. I'm just not good at it. I'll be the first to admit that. So in the next video, it'll either be us doing the rest of the suspension stuff, which we're doing the roll center adjustment kit. So we're gonna be doing ball joints, tie rods. I think that should be it for suspension. And then we need to align the car once it's back on the ground. The buckets for the motor show up on Monday. You guys are seeing this on Sunday, so the buckets will be here tomorrow. So that way we can start getting the rest of the long block together. That's literally the only thing I'm waiting on and the only thing stopping us from putting this thing together and dropping it back in the car. But anyway, not bad at all. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one. So if you like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, whatever color it turns for you guys. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit your boy up because I don't know what we're gonna be doing in the upcoming videos, but it'll probably be exciting. I don't know. This one was more of a like a laid back chill one, which was probably a little, I don't know where I'm going with that one. But anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.